Students, we are on to the fifth part of magnetism and matter. Here we will be learning hysteresis means what. If at all time permits, we will be learning the remaining part of the magnetism and matter. Please hear. Hysteresis definition afterwards will learn. Definition afterwards will learn. And okay. Or we'll write only. This entire thing you will understand when the hysteresis curve is explained to you people, not otherwise. Lagging behind means remaining behind. Lagging behind of magnetic induction or magnetic flux density of the specimen with respect to magnetic intensity which is applied externally when a specimen is taken through cycle of magnetization. Now cycle of magnetization means what? You should take a specimen, listen, you increase the magnetic field from 0 to maximum, then decrease from maximum to 0, B, sorry children, H. Then reverse in direction, reverse means what? This should be north, this should be south, reverse. And see how the magnetic field and H behave, or I mean how magnetic field changes with H. Then again you repeat the same process, okay. So, in cycle of magnetization, magnetic field is increased from 0 to maximum, decreased from maximum to 0, reversed in direction and same process is repeated. So, go on changing H and keep on observing magnetic field developed inside. So, this process is called cycle of magnetization. Now, this definition also you will understand when I explain the curve itself. Let us see. Now, listen. Take a ferromagnetic substance, okay. Keep it in the magnetic field. But this magnetic field should be changing magnetic field, means you can take electromagnet, pass the current, magnetic field is there, no current, no magnetic field or less magnetic field. Place it in the magnetic field, listen. H means children magnetic intensity, means how much is applied. B means how much magnetism is developed in the given direction. Listen, when H is 0, B is 0. I will write what is the meaning of H. H is magnetic intensity, B is magnetic field or magnetic induction. Listen carefully. Let us see. This is B, this is H. Earlier, when there is no magnetic field, H is 0, B is 0. We have got this point. H is 0, B is 0. We have got this point. Go on increasing H now. Go on increasing H. Say we have made H, say some 20 or say some 10 ampere per meter. Sorry, 10 ampere per meter. Applied is 10, it may not be magnetized fully, maybe it is magnetized by say some 4. Let us plot this graph. How much is produced is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 children, and how much we have applied is 10. 10 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 10. 10 and 4, this point we have got. Now make the magnetic intensity more, that is 10 will make it 20 now. When you make it 20, this may become something like 10 now. So H is 20, B is 10, you have got this point. Now it has become 10. Even if you make it 30 now, even if you make it 30, H is made 30, B, its capacity is or maximum magnetic field it can have is only 10. Example. Now let us see, even though we have made it 30, it has remained 10 only. So the saturation has become the what you call the part of it. Even though you have made it 40 children, even though we have made H 40, its capacity is maximum 10. Even though we made it 40, it is becoming 10 only. So it is not important to go ahead. What is done is keep on decreasing H, decrease this magnetic intensity. Magnetic intensity is decreased now from here. The curve does not follow the path. It will not retrace here, it will come along this direction. Earlier we went here, it will not come back, it will come through some other part. Listen, if you make H 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, even if you make H 0, means it is completely removed, no magnetism is applied. It will be having some magnetism within that, maybe it is 3. 3 is retained, see here, H is made 0, inside how much is magnetic field remaining? 3. This OB is called, or we'll call it by small letter, OB is called retentivity or else remanence. Listen, the amount of magnetic field, 3, example 3, the amount of magnetic induction retained even when external magnetic intensity is made 0. Even though external magnetic field is made 0, something is kept inside, some magnetism is there, it is north-south permanently, 3 is remaining. How much is left? How much is B when H is 0? When H is how much? 0. This 3 is called remanence or retentivity. Amount of residual magnetism retained even when external magnetic field is made 0 is called remanence, and that property to retain is called in fact retentivity. Now next what we should do is apply magnetic field in reverse direction, means this should be north and north should be made south. If this is reverse, what is the effect of this magnetic field now? This magnetic field and this magnetic field, they are opposite, so it will start decreasing the magnetic field. Please see here. If you make this one -5, it may become some -1. If you make it say -10, minus because opposite, H is -10. This magnet completely may lose the magnetic induction, becomes 0. How much reverse magnetic field has to be applied? How much reverse magnetic intensity to be applied to completely demagnetize? Demagnetize means B should become how much? 0. It is B 10, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 here. To make completely what you call the completely demagnetize the substance, reverse magnetic field which is applied, that is called as coercive field. What it is called? Coercive field. And that property which opposes the demagnetization process is called coercivity. Coercive field or coercivity you can define like this: the reverse magnetic intensity to be applied to completely demagnetize the given substance. Now what is done is, in reverse direction go on increasing the magnetic field, it gets magnetized in opposite direction, means this will be north, this will be south. It will be magnetized in opposite direction. So we'll be getting, children, same tracing but in opposite sense. If you cross some H, say some minus 30 or 20, say minus 20, it has become say some minus 10. If you go on increasing this H with negative sign, B also goes on increasing in opposite direction, but it will remain constant when you cross some what you call the field. Then you need not go ahead, you should come back in the reverse direction. But when you come back, if you start decreasing 40, 30, 20, minus, 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 decreased, it will now start following some different path. Now again B, C, D, E. Here OE is also again called retentivity. What is done is, now again magnetic field is reversed. This is made north, this is made south. Now magnetic field is opposite. What happens is, its magnetic field and applied magnetic field are opposite. So its magnetic field goes on decreasing. Let us see, if you produce it in the forward direction, for your surprise it is going to meet exactly at the same point where it has started from. Now the curve O, A, B, C, D, E, F, A is called hysteresis curve. What it is called? Hysteresis curve. Listen to me carefully. In overall process, what was ahead, what was lagging? Listen, when intensity H was 10, B was only 4, means it is lagging. See, when it became 20, it is only 10. When it became 30, it is only 10. Who is lagging, remaining behind? Magnetic induction. The lagging behind of magnetic induction, see 410 lagging. Magnetic induction with respect to magnetic intensity, when the specimen is taken through cycle of magnetization, is called hysteresis. Okay. Hysteresis loss means what? When you magnetize and demagnetized, okay, when you magnetize and demagnetized at the expense of external energy which you cannot recover, that energy loss is called hysteresis loss. It is called hysteresis loss. Calculate the area of this curve. This curve's area is going to give hysteresis loss. Okay. Hysteresis loss is area of BH curve. Now, children, if you take this kind of graph, it is having high retentivity, means more magnetism is there, and low coercivity. Okay. If you take low retentivity, high coercivity, less magnetic field will remain, but more magnetic field is required to demagnetize it. Okay. So this is regarding hysteresis curve. Why we should study is, we have to we study this because it finds variety of applications. Okay. Like for example transformer and all, what kind of substance you should use, because it should magnetize and demagnetize very quickly. So to study all those aspects, we make use of this hysteresis property. Okay. Next we will learn, children, Permanent magnets, electromagnets. Permanent magnets are those which retain means keep magnetism for the prolonged time, for the longer time. See, children, hello students, will be studying next types of ferromagnets, permanent magnets and electromagnets. Permanent magnets are those which retain magnetism for the longer time. See, when you place them in the magnetic field, they get magnetized. When you remove also, they will be magnetized for the longer time. Okay. How to make the permanent magnets is, listen, you should take a ferromagnetic substance, heat it to high temperature and beat it along north-south direction, so it will become a permanent magnet. Second one is, take a ferromagnetic substance, start beating it repeatedly with the magnet. This is magnet, keep on beating it. Chalk piece is ferromagnetic substance. Say this duster is a magnet, beat it repeatedly. So it will also become what? A magnet. Third method is very feasible. Take the solenoid, place the ferromagnetic substance. When the high current is passed, it gains magnetic, what do you call the magnetization. So it will become a permanent magnet. Okay. Permanent magnet should have, listen, high retentivity, more magnetism should remain in them. High coercivity means even if you apply more reverse magnetic field, they should not get demagnetized. And what do you call? Okay, they should have high retentivity and high coercivity. For permanent magnets, steel is better. And what else? They find wider applications in our daily lives, like to detect the direction, that is navigation. They are very important. And permanent magnets, many such uses are there. Okay, we'll learn them very soon. Next we'll see, children, electromagnets means what? Electromagnets are soft iron cores, CORE core, placed in the solenoid. Take the solenoid, place the soft iron core in that one. When the current is flowing, they get magnetized. When current stops, they get demagnetized. So that property is very important. They should magnetize when magnetic field is applied. When magnetic field is vanished, they should be completely demagnetized. So these are electromagnets. They should have, children, high retentivity but low coercivity. They should retain magnetism, but as soon as reverse magnetic field is applied, they should quickly demagnetize. Okay, in this BH curve. Okay, and see where electromagnets are used in daily life. They are used in telephone diaphragm. Okay, telephone diaphragm they are used to produce sound. They are used in loudspeakers. They are used in. They are also used in bell. Electric bell makes use of electromagnets. So these are few things we have to study in case of magnetism and matter. Plenty of questions I have given in the question bank. Please keep on studying them. We will stop here, children. We will have next class very soon. Okay, thank you.